So they talk about strategic management and a lot of things in business schools, and for me there are 3 or 4 points that we try to hit, and I believe we hit them. And the best way to measure performance is to check whether we delivered complies with our mission. So the first thing, I wanted to talk about the history of TUNESS. I'm sure basically most of you at least know what happened. We were born in the aftermath of the revolution. Most of us did not know each other before, okay? Literally a group of people, it was in Noel's apartment actually, we met and we started discussing the idea. And basically our mission is to help Tunisians, whether that's in North America, in North Africa, in Tunis, or wherever we could help Tunisians. Now, how do we help? There are so many mechanisms to help. Okay, so if you could go to the next slide. Okay, so these are basically the objectives of the association. I'm not going to go through them one by one. Some people are interested in promoting basically intellectual leadership. Some people want to do fundraising events. Others are involved with cultural events. Some people would like to promote democracy. So each and every one of us has an objective. But we all have a stake in it. Believe it or not, we all have a stake in it. If we don't prepare the right environment for ourselves and for our kids, you are pregnant, you guys have kids. Most of you have kids. So if we don't take the initiative right now and try to hit those points, which I believe are extremely noble, okay, then what are we doing with our life? Collecting money? That's it. All right, next slide. So let's measure our performance with basically our objective. We have done a lot of activities. We've done a lot of fundraising, cultural events, publications, grants, and administration. Later on, we're going to have enough time for each and every chair to discuss basically the details of the achievements of their committee. I guarantee you it wasn't easy. It was tough. Putting resources together, coordinating time, it wasn't easy. So some of the activities we did, we organized the first rally against the old regime. I know for a fact that few people here contribute to that rally, basically January 13th. We managed the first Tunisian political debate in America. I think that separates us from everybody. We are unique. We have exclusivity here. We have a brand name and we have to maintain that. We trained the observers for the 2011 election. That literally boosted our reputation. And then we took responsibility with you, Hussein, and many other members, and we got it done. We got the job done. We've done a lot of fundraising. We've done 3 of them. The first one is the donation to the martyrs. There are a lot of kids, babies basically, that were unfortunate. They did not have parents. It could be it's certainly not their problem. So we raised that money, and our contribution is basically the management, and to put our resources together, and to put basically every single thing we have together. And then we forgot about our differences and helped those kids. Garwinkel, by all means, it was the most spectacular success, in my opinion. People loved it, people connected with it, people gave their heart out in terms of our resources from TUNESS and from the outside. We've done a lot of cultural events. We started with Amel Matlouthi, Sonia Barak. We've done the film festival, and then we end up with Kamel Twedi. Okay. Some people have connected with these events, and I'm really glad that we had success in finishing these events. When we talk about events, what Dia said, we need to lead. And what's the best way to lead? It's basically to communicate. You exchange ideas. When we give an idea, somebody else takes it. And they literally don't have, we don't have to lose anything. Okay. How could we communicate those ideas? Roundtables. We started with the commemoration of the Tunisian Revolution, misconception and realities. I'm not going to go over each and every one of them, but they're all worth it. They were all worth our time. I personally learned a lot of stuff. Okay. Publications. I believe I should spend much more time discussing this slide. With these publications right now, we have the capacity to do a lot of things. One, we have the capacity to communicate our ideas. We have the capacity to communicate our ideas. We have the capacity to influence if we want to influence. We establish a whole portfolio. So if we go and talk to people and tell them, hey, we've done this, or how are they going to know if we don't, bring those publications? Okay. Performance-wise, we have at least 35 TCWs. Thank you, think tank team, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for contributing. And I want to say this. Sam contributed, Walid contributed, Wadia contributed. I mean, I'm not going to go name by name, but for me, these things make a lot of difference. This is the way to lead other people, is by discussing your ideas. We have published about 6 research articles. Those are not easy to do. The research, basically, process starts with an idea. And usually it's a great idea because it forces somebody to go and to look for information. Okay? It's a whole lengthy process. It doesn't take 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Literally, sometimes you have to dig for data for probably months in order to get, one research report. We have what we call modeling of the month. Okay, it's a great initiative, and this is much bigger than just being, a plot of small things. It's basically you're modeling something. We have the TUNESS. In strategic management, people focus on 2 things. Basically, the strategy, number 1, and number 2 is to find operation efficiencies. And in strategies, one extremely important thing is to be unique. Nobody does the same thing you do. That's going to separate you from the crowd. It's basically branding. And they believe we have exclusive index that it doesn't exist in the Arab world or in North African countries, and probably some, other advanced countries. So we should be really proud. And we have the dashboard. You don't have to go to other websites. Go to our website. You'll find it there. You'll find what you need. Grants. I want to spend some time to discuss this. We won't be able to apply for grants unless we have basically the infrastructure to back it up. And how could we back it up? We need publications. So basically the publications roll immediately into here. We need to have the experience. We have the management experience. We manage events. We manage roundtables. We manage cultural events. We manage social events. We've done a lot. So we won't be able to progress with grants unless we had all those things done first. Okay? We have assembled a team of extremely qualified people. Okay? And they're doing tremendous amount of effort to get us where we need. So far, we have 3 proposals that are ready for submission, and we're hunting for basically a good opportunity. We also identified some potential key partners. we need to have some logistics presence in Tunis, you know. So we're working on it, and hopefully we get there. In administration, these, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on here. But believe it or not, we are registered with New York State, and that was not an easy thing to do. We have transparent accounting procedures in place. We have applied for the nonprofit status. I was working on this issue up until yesterday, and hopefully we're going to get the okay within the next couple of days. Okay. We have fully dedicated bank account. We have a PayPal account. We have fully functional website. Other committees will discuss the details of, you know, basically the achievements, the achievements of their team, probably more details. But we developed a feedback system. We implemented skills bank, membership policy system in place. Establish an independent candidacy evaluation committee, and a lot of other things that I cannot go through in each and every detail. So if I forgot something, please forgive me. Almost done. Accounting and administration. Basically, I should provide, you know, good balance sheet.
نخليها بعد financial statement الآخر الفردية تبع financial no.
Let me say 2011, basically we did not have a system in place, but you know, the members were able to basically make the extra effort and you know, bring the balance to zero. 2012, the accounting is done, and those are the numbers in front of you. We made a profit, 227. But that quickly rolled in 2013. I don't have, this number is not necessarily correct. It's basically back of the envelope calculation that I did. But just 2 points to make here. There are many. Just one quick comment to make. There are a lot of people that, you know, paid for something and they never required their reimbursement. I mean, I went after them like, please, you know, because we want to know for budgeting purposes what's required. Okay. This presentation is basically about what we have done. I'm supposed to talk about the future, but all of you know that this is probably my last day in this role. But few items I wanted to bring up. Challenges and moving forward. We have to know how to sustain our association. We've done a great job. You know, those accomplishments did not, you know, happen by coincidence. And we need to start thinking about growing. There will be outside environments, outside forces. And then financing operations. We're starving for basically a budget, you know. Right now, you know, basically our membership is not even sufficient to maintain, you know, probably our website or probably one small event like this, okay? Small in size, but big in meaning. And we need to recruit more talented people, okay? When you talk about democracy, that's I believe, that's the most important thing we need to always keep.
So, merci Zied. Thank you for